Bongani Ntanzi didn't get trapped by evidence. He got trapped by his own mouth. Let's take a listen.
During your evidence in chief on the 17th of February 2026, you were asked by your counsel whether you were in the vicinity of Phosphorus area on the 26th of October 2014. Your response was, and we quote you, "I do not know Phosphorus." Those quotations, is that correct?
Ngay 17th of February 2026 kona ngonyaka wabuza ummeli wakho ukuthi ngabe wawuse Phosphorus noma maduze nePhosphorus ngazo i26 ka October 2014 waphendula ke wathi angiyazi iPhosphorus angithi
Phosphorus wala ngiyazi.
Indeed, I don't know Phosphorus.
Your counsel then further asks you if you know of any plot or planning to kill Mr. Senzo Meyiwa, which was hatched at Phosphorus Hostel, and whether you were there. Your response was, "No, not in a single day. I've never entered that hostel to this day." Is that correct?
Wasebuza ke ummeli wakho ukuthi khona yini ke itulo laziyo ke elahlelo lahlanganiswa ke ePhosphorus waphendula ke wena wathi cha angaze nje nehlandle lodwa ngingene lapho.
Uqinisile Nkosi Nkandla.
He's telling the truth, my lord.
Now, Mr. Ntanzi, are you saying that you've never set your foot in Phosphorus?
Mnumzane Ntanzi ingabe uthi awukaze nje wagada ePhosphorus?
Nkosi Nkandla azange ngangena emahostela ePhosphorus.
My lord, I've never entered Phosphorus hostels.
But the township of Phosphorus, have you ever set your foot there in the township of Phosphorus?
Kodwa ke masife sikhuluma ngelokishi ke yasePhosphorus usuke waya khona ke lokishini yasePhosphorus.
Nokuthi iPhosphorus iqala ukugcina kumina ngathi.
Also, my lord, as to where Phosphorus starts or ends, I don't know.
Ngoba nalapho kudlala khona ingoma ngani mase Phosphorus amakuphi mina.
Because even where the traditional dance normally takes place, I don't know whether it's Phosphorus or where.
So, Mr. Ntanzi, you have never set a foot in Phosphorus, is that correct?
Manje ke Mnumzane Ntanzi awukaze nje uye ePhosphorus kuyiqiniso lokho. Awukaze uye ePhosphorus.
Ngokuvakasha. Akaze iPhosphorus ngiyavakasha.
Through visiting, I've never been to Phosphorus where it said I went to visit.
But neground lengoma ngazi manwele Phosphorus manwele kubangilazi phakathi.
Because even the field that is used for the traditional dance, I don't know whether it falls under Phosphorus or under which place does it fall.
So you've never been to Phosphorus at all, Mr. Ntanzi, is that your answer?
Mnumzane Ntanzi ingabe impendulo yakho ithi awukaze nje uye ePhosphorus?
Angaze ngiye there.
Indeed, I've never been through visiting.
Mhlambe ngengoma ngeke ngisakhumbula ngeke.
Maybe through the traditional dance I've been, but that I can't recall.
You say maybe you've been there to perform traditional dance. Is that what you're saying?
Uthi ke mhlambe ngengoma.
But you say you cannot remember.
Ukuthi nje awukhumbuli.
Ngithi mhlambe ngengoma iPhosphorus angiyazi ukuthi iqala kuphi igcina. Mhlambe lo ground lwele Phosphorus ogidela khona ngidinga ingoma lana ngene emotweni ngiyele emuva.
I am saying that maybe through the traditional dance because I wouldn't know whether that particular ground where or field where the traditional dance will be performed falls under Phosphorus or what. I would then go and perform the traditional dance, once finished, get into the vehicle and I leave.
But Mr. Ntanzi, your response when your counsel was leading you was that you don't know Phosphorus.
Kodwa ke impendulo yakho ngathi ke wawuhlonywa imibuzo kuyena ke ummeli wakho wathi uma uphendulo awuyazi nje kwanhlobo iPhosphorus.
The impression that you created is that you've never set your foot in Phosphorus.
Manje ke ngaleyo impendulo leyo ke ayithi ke awukaze nje ube kunyawo khona iPhosphorus awukazi.
Mawuthi ngeza kahle umela menguza wayethi ngangavisitha nePhosphorus ukuvakasha zangivakasha ePhosphorus.
If I heard my legal representative's question correctly, I think I was being asked with regards to visiting as to whether I'd ever visited Phosphorus, and I've never visited Phosphorus.
Mr. Ntanzi, let's make another attempt. We're just trying to understand, please. We're just trying to understand your answer. Have you ever been to Phosphorus?
Asizame futhi ke ngiyacela ke ukuthi nje ngizama ukuthi ke ngizwisise impendulo yakho. Ingabe wake waya yini ePhosphorus? When?
At any time.
Noma kunini?
Mangaphosisa ngathi kuyi1 ingoma ngithi ngabe igqanda sePhosphorus mayigqanda kuphi ngapha.
If I'm not mistaken, I would say maybe once, just to go and perform the traditional dance. But I don't know whether the field where the traditional dance would be performed would be falling under Phosphorus or on the other side.
When was that?
Kwakunini.
Kudala kakhulu ngoba nobhutile ngangidala ingoma engakashona.
Very, very long ago, my lord, because even the gentleman that I was performing the traditional dance with was still alive by then.
But when your counsel asked you this question, why didn't you then say you've been to Phosphorus once to Gida Ingoma, as you say, to perform the traditional dance?
Kodwa-ke ngesikhathi ummeli wakho ebekubuza wona-ke lo mbuzo bekungani noma kwakungani ungaphenduli ngale ndlela ophendula ngayo manje usho uthi ngake ngaya yebo ihlandla elilodwa ngiyogida ingoma.
Uma uthi nkosenkantolo ombuzo nganguzwe kahle ukuvakasha nokugida kuzayifana.
If, my lord, I had grasped the question correctly, to visit and to go and perform the traditional dance are different things.
Ingakho ngangiphendula ngithi cha.
Hence, I responded by saying no.
And when you went there, Ukugida Ingoma, to perform the traditional dance, did you just go in and out, or did you stay around in Phosphorus?
Ingabe ke ngaleso sikhathi noma lelo langa lelo olishoyo owawuyogida ngalo ingoma kwaba ukuthi nje wangena wase uyaphuma noma emva kwengoma ke wake wahlala ke khona lapha ePhosphorus wachitha isikhathi khona.
Cha ngichitha isikhathi athi ngiyasebenza. Makuqeda ukugida ingoma, ijaji liyabiza leso elilandiwe liyasho number 1 ba number 2 bani. Emva ngalokho ngene emotweni kuyahamba.
No, I don't normally stay around or spend some time. I'm someone who is gainfully employed. When the judge that has been called to come and then say who won and who is number 2, once that announcement has been made, I will then get into the vehicle and leave.
And kulowo muntu kusona hambe ngathi nkosenkantolo.
And in that particular vehicle, I would not be traveling alone, my lord.
So you basically go in on a specific day, and then after you've performed, you'll then go back home. Is that correct?
Ukusho ukuthi uyaya
Go
ngalelo
back to
langa
where
lelo.
you were staying.
Uyaya ngalelo langa lelo uyogida ingoma bese uyabuyela ekhaya futhi noma la uhlala khona.
Masiqeda ukugida kuyahanjwa kubuyela back emuva.
Yes, once the traditional dance has been completed, go back home.
And how long does the
This was a textbook courtroom self-sabotage, and it is extremely dangerous for Ntanzi, especially with a potential life sentence hanging over his head. When he was led by his own counsel, Ntanzi was clear and categorical. He doesn't know Vosloorus and the hostel where the plan is alleged to have been hatched. That was a clean position, tight, defensible, contained. But under cross-examination, Advocate Baloyi did what seasoned prosecutors do best. He asked a simple confirmation question. Is it true that you never set your foot in Vosloorus? And Ntanzi panicked. Instead of giving the safest answer in court, yes, that is correct. And stopping right there, Ntanzi opened the door himself. He volunteered new information that he may have gone to Vosloorus for traditional dance. That single moment is legally dangerous for several reasons. Firstly, he has now diluted his own certainty. Courts listen very carefully to consistency. The moment a witness shifts from never to maybe, credibility starts bleeding. It creates the impression of someone adjusting their version under pressure. Secondly, he handed Baloyi impeachment ammunition. Cross-examination is about building contradictions brick by brick. Ntanzi just supplied Baloyi with fresh material to argue that his memory is unreliable, or worse, that he is being evasive. Thirdly, long answers are a cross-examiner's playground. Experienced advocates love witnesses who over-explain. Every extra word is another angle to attack. Ntanzi is not in a storytelling competition. He is in a life-and-death credibility battle. And lastly, the stakes are brutally high. Ntanzi is not a peripheral witness. He is a key suspect whose credibility could influence whether others are also placed behind bars. When someone in that position starts sounding uncertain about basic facts like location history, the court takes notice. And here is the cold legal reality. Cross-examination rewards discipline. It punishes volunteering. It destroys witnesses who cannot control their answers. Right now, Ntanzi is showing signs of a witness who is talking too much under pressure. And Baloyi is patiently collecting every piece. If this pattern continues, the damage will not come from one explosive moment. It will come from 1,000 small concessions just like this one. And in a trial of this magnitude, that is how cases quietly collapse. Did Ntanzi just create doubt where there was supposed to be certainty? Or is Baloyi carefully laying a foundation for something much bigger? If you value sharp, fact-based courtroom analysis, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Because every session of this trial is revealing something new. Thank you for watching and for standing with this channel. Your support, your comments, and your engagement keep this platform growing. Stay with us. The courtroom drama is far from finished. I'm Skybridge. Goodbye.